Hey, what's up everybody? Mike here, and it's time for the Monday Q&A. If you are watching this video, I am currently away, and I'll be away for about 5 days because my uncle's having surgery. So if you leave questions, comments, any of that stuff, and I don't get to it right away, just be patient. I'll get caught up when I can. I should have internet access while I'm away, but there might be times where I'm not getting caught up on comments or messages. If you have questions you want to ask me for next week, please make sure to leave them in the comments. I'll make sure I get to them. I appreciate everyone that submits questions. I try to get to all of them if I can. But let's go ahead and get started. James Keene asks, what is your opinion on Bonanza? This gets brought up quite a bit actually. I haven't really covered it too much. Bonanza is a cool program. If you haven't checked out the website, go ahead and check it out. You can connect your Amazon account and eBay account to it, and it'll list your items on Bonanza as well. So it's just an extra marketplace to sell your stuff, and the fee structure is pretty cheap for the most part, and you can set how much you're willing to spend to sell something. So like they'll put your items on Google Ads or Bing Ads, and you can put the percentage of the sale price you're willing to spend to have that item advertised. So it's a cool program. Can it convert sales? Yes. Is it anywhere near as powerful as Amazon or eBay? Not even close. Hell no. So if you think you're going to convert from eBay to Bonanza, think again. If you want to add Bonanza into your arsenal to help sell things, not a bad idea. Try it. See if you like it. I liked it, except it kept changing my photos on eBay when I would sync it, and so my item photos would change, which really caused me a lot of problems, so I stopped using it. Picking for a Cause asked, great video as always, Michael. Are you going to do a video on global shipping and international shipping? Not likely, to be honest. There's nothing to do a video on for global shipping. It's super simple. You sign up for the program, you ship your item to the warehouse that eBay has, and they ship the item internationally for you. That's all there is to it. There's nothing more to talk about. It's not, is it good or is it bad? It's exactly what it sounds like. It takes the risk away from selling internationally for the most part. And can it be good? Sure. I personally have seen a huge drop in international sales since the program has been released, probably because more people offer it and they're charging a much higher price than I can ship the item for myself. Chris B says, I go to Kmart, Target, Walmart, and I bought a bunch of stuff for FBA, and after I checked the FBA prices and the eBay prices, the items were selling for about $5 more on eBay than FBA. Isn't it worth it to just bite the bullet and list on eBay? If I factor in the time, it would make me about $35 an hour if all those items sold on eBay compared to if they sold on FBA. Am I missing something? Crispy, you're missing the biggest something. I have no idea how you think this is such a one-sided issue or it's that simple, because it's not. First of all, you're not ever going to sell brand new products faster on eBay than you sell them on Amazon, because Amazon is the busiest online marketplace around. They have the most sales power, they have the most brand loyalty, and more importantly, your items are available for Prime, and all of us Prime members, you know who you are, we're addicted to 2-day shipping. So that's the biggest thing you're missing, is the fact that Amazon has much more sales power than eBay, so your items will sell faster. But on top of that, you don't have to spend the time individually packing and shipping these items out, dealing with customers, or any of that other nonsense. So the biggest thing here is you're making $35 more an hour if all those items sell. Now, they may not. Not to mention the fact that you didn't factor in the time it takes to actually research these items to actually list them, because most items take more than 5 minutes to list on eBay usually. I can see new products taking less amount of time, but your listing might be crap. And also, you completely just factored out all the other stuff that goes into getting that product to the customer and the chance they could return it, scam you, or any of the other nonsense that happens on eBay quite often. So I think the biggest something you're missing is the amount of work that's taken away through FBA and the amount of sales power that is added through FBA. I would always recommend selling new products through Amazon FBA before eBay, unless it's a very specific situation. If you have the resources, sell on both platforms. Send some to FBA and have some for eBay. If they're not doing well on eBay, send the rest to FBA. Or if they're not doing well at FBA, bring them back and send them on eBay. So it all depends on your resources, but if I had a choice to sell a new product on Amazon over eBay and I was making a good amount of profit either way, I would probably almost always choose Amazon. Tara Dawes asked, when doing combined shipping on eBay, which is the option that you think is best? Combined all weights or combined all weights with a discount? Hey Tara, first of all, I think combined shipping is something that everyone should have. I don't understand people who don't have this. It helps increase sales tremendously, especially if you have auctions ending around the same time with similar products. For all of my video game lots, they all have combined shipping. I put a note in the description that says, hey, if you buy more than one lot, I'll happily just charge you what shipping costs. All this stuff you're talking about, that doesn't really matter. What really matters is this. Stop charging your customers more for shipping than it costs you. It's not an extra way to make income. All it does is make your listings look bad because your shipping cost is too high. If you want to charge for shipping, just charge them what it cost you. Learn how to calculate shipping properly, and then say they're charged $35 and it cost you $28, refund them the difference through PayPal or whatever, and you'll have a really happy customer. Charge what shipping costs to get it to them. Make the money on the product section price or auction or whatever, and use the shipping section for shipping cost. Could you charge $1 or $2 more for supplies and stuff? Of course, but don't charge them $50 for shipping if it's costing you $25, because that's bullshit, A. And B, people are getting very savvy to this and they don't like it, trust me. Bad Dreams asks, Michael, what do you think about private label and Alibaba? I've done a little research on Alibaba and Amazon and found a lot of the top 500, quite a few as low as 20, and a lot of categories of products on Alibaba. But I also noticed that a lot of these items are generic with no brand attached. I mean, why go through the extra work, time, and expense? I think you're thinking there's a difference between the products in Alibaba and private label. There isn't. It's the same thing. The difference here is private label is buying those unbranded products and branding them in some way, putting your sticker on them or getting packaging done specifically for your company or whatever. Anyone can do it. Private label is simply taking a generic product and putting your brand on it. It's the same thing Aldi's does with some food brands, or the Giant Eagle brand of food is, or whatever brand of food you might find at the store. It's basically buying a product and putting your brand on top of it. Obviously, those are much larger scales than most people do. Here are my general breakdown thoughts on private label, but let's stick more to the facts because I don't really give a shit about my thoughts. They don't mean much. I'm not doing private label. So let's stick to the facts of private label first, and I'll let you know what I think after that. Here's the facts about private label. Is it a great way to make money? Sure. Is it risky? Hell yeah. Does it take a lot of initial investment? Yes. Is it time intensive? Yes. Can you have an amazing reward and a business beyond your belief if you know what you're doing? Yes. So, is it right for you? It really depends on your situation. How much disposable income can you throw out there? How much knowledge do you have of private label? Do you know any connections in China that you can trust? Is there a high likelihood of getting scammed? Yes. So there's a lot of risk involved, right? Private label can be amazing. It can be a really great thing, but it takes a phenomenal amount of research and learning to make it big in private label. So my suggestion is, if you want to get into private label, do your research, know what the hell you're doing. Like, seriously, figure out what you're doing and find products that are truly niche that you can sell a good amount. Don't jump into the cell phone case business, because guess what? You're going to fail. Don't jump into, Moscow Mule Cups is what's his name was doing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Just jump into something that you can actually compete in. So make sure you're being smart about where you jump in and what you're selling. There's a great opportunity to make money through private label. Yes, there really is. But I feel like, you want to know my honest opinion? I feel like a lot of people that are saying they're doing it big in private label are bullshitting, right? Like, there's a lot of bullshitters out there. They all say they're making thousands upon thousands of dollars, but you can tell by the way they act, the way their channels are, the way their businesses are, the way they're living. They don't have that disposable income they're claiming they have. You want to know why? Because private label is risky. They probably had a lot of failures before they had the one success. There's probably a ton of money already invested. There's people putting stuff on credit cards and all kinds of bad things. So if I ever get into private label, there'll be a ton of research beforehand. I'll test all the products and make sure they're good. And I would probably almost always get them shipped to my facility and check them out first, because I would much rather spend the extra money to ship them back out myself through, Amazon's rates than to take the risk of sending in a huge faulty batch of merchandise of any kind. It can be a great, great tool, but make sure you know what you're doing. It's very risky and it's very complicated. I mean, there's so much logistics that go into it. You can easily run out of product very fast, and then you're in a bad spot and you're losing rank on Amazon. So Just make sure you get a good high profit margin item that you can compete in, and you'll do well. Honestly, you don't have to go make millions of dollars every month doing private label, but it is a pretty cool thing. And it's cool to be able to build your own brand of products instead of just having, reselling products. I get the whole, charm of it, but it's not realistic for small business people that don't have a lot to invest and can't risk that amount of money. It's not realistic. So make sure your business is big enough to handle the loss beforehand, or you have some kind of funding saved up, and then check it out. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I really do. If you have questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I do 3 to 4 videos a week. Every Monday we do a Q&A. And every other Thursday I go over my FBA numbers. I've been focusing on Amazon FBA lately. And I just sent in a massive shipment yesterday right before I left. So, yeah, like I said, if you're watching this, I am gone. I'll try to get to comments. I'm 4 days behind, which is the most behind I've been in literally months, probably a year or so. I'm behind on messages and everything, so don't take it personal. Stop posting in the comments that you asked a question 4 times and it was never answered. A million people ask a question 4 times. There's so many questions to answer. So I appreciate all the support. I do. We hit 7,000 subscribers yesterday, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. But I'm getting out of here. I'm going to record a few more videos, and I'll see you all very soon. Hit the thumbs up button.